Yo, it's cool times, gang to my bears, sub to all my D-gods. Okay, yeah, that's not the right intro. Guys, I can't stop thinking about Solana NFTs because literally everything is up like 20%. Every single floor is booming. And the best way to get into Solana projects right now are to get whitelist and then mint these projects so you can flip to the moon. And I'm giving out whitelist spots for primates today. Just comment, like, subscribe, do all this, and you can win those spots. But let's get into a video talking about the most hyped upcoming Solana projects. So some people are gonna make a lot of money Solana summer minting and flipping NFTs. Most of these are gonna be profile picture projects. But if you wanna do more than just make money, like literally retiring, so you can sit on your couch, watch HBO Max, in your boxers with one like testicle hanging out because you just don't care. You don't care because you're that wealthy. That's gonna come from Solana gaming. Solana gaming is the future because I think all of us can agree that blockchain gaming is going to be a massive industry. And it's just not gonna happen on Ethereum. There are too many costly fees on Ethereum. It's not fast enough. And that's why the big builders like Azure Games are developing on the Solana blockchain. And if you want to make epic profits, it usually requires a team to have epic VC funding. So I want to bring your attention to this article from CoinDesk, which is dense in the alpha for Azure Games. By the way, I'm giving out whitelist spots for Azure Games in the Only Snipers Discord, so we're really in with this team. I love what they're building, and it's headed up by Travis Bordeaux, and the CEO of Azure worked at EA. He was building Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So he's obviously somebody who understands lore, narrative-based games, and working with huge IP like Star Wars. So they got a huge $15 million round led by A16Z. We'll get to them in a second, but they're also getting funding from NFX. Coinbase. Coinbase is getting in on Solana gaming. And why would they do that? Because Solana is so fast and so cheap that if I'm in a marketplace and I'm trying to buy a skin, or if I'm trying to buy an upgraded gun or something for my Solana blockchain game, it can happen just like that. No crazy exorbitant gas fees. And I'm predicting it right now. Every single in-game transaction that happens 10 years from now will be on the Solana ecosystem. So the roadmap, Azure has announced they're gonna be launching PFPs, which I think is really smart because if you wanna build a huge community and brand, it has to start off with people identifying themselves on social media through PFPs. If it's just like a piece of land or like a ticket stub rotating around, that's really easy, but you can't really build an identity around that. And if that's not enough, the company's also gonna release PFPs with gamification called Genesis Explorers within the next several months. This is really smart in my opinion because the more like announcements and things you have coming down the line, the more engagement there is from the community. Like D-Gods, for example, they just threw Dead Gods into their roadmap, the ability to upgrade your PFP, and that literally shot their floor price up like 100 Solana. So I think coming out with more NFTs, well, maybe not the most sound business strategy because 5 years from now, it's like how many NFTs can we really give out? But for right now, it's really good in the short term. Another interesting thing from this article is instead of mini games, which a lot of Solana projects are going after, they're really gonna try to build big branded games. Now, the main round of funding came from A16Z. Why should we care about A16Z? Well, it's the biggest crypto VC out there. They also invested in companies like Airbnb, Facebook, Groupon, Pinterest, Lyft, Roblox, and Coinbase. Look, I can keep going on, but here's the TLDR. Basically, no NFT project thus far has gotten the amount of legitimate investments from legitimate VCs that Azure Games has had. And this is the type of early access you get with Only Snipers. A week early, I had already put people onto this project when they had a lot less followers. Tons of people were able to get whitelist spots, which I'm also giving out in the Only Snipers Discord. So Azure Games minting this summer, tons of real legit investors behind it. Also has maybe one of the biggest shillers in the Solana ecosystem, a part of it as well. Soul Big Brain, you can see it in the bio here. It's gonna help when there's a drop day and you're gonna need influencers to start tweeting about the project. One of, if not the biggest Solana influencer is actually invested into this project, has a vested interest for this to win. Okay, this next one, still under the radar by Solana standards. If you only have 10,000 followers for a Solana project during Solana summer, that's actually not that much. There's gonna be 6,000 of these. They're trying to do an incubation for art, THC, world domination. What the fuck is this, Vladimir Putin? No, it's Broken Teddy Bear Society. Oh, okay. So Teddy Bear Society, it's minting for 1 Sol, which when you saw the 3.5 Solana mint price for Trippin' Ape Society, you realize 1 Sol is actually really cheap in this market. Minting out June 11th. So they're trying to do an art incubator, they're trying to be an alpha group, but they're also trying to be a THC business, which I know is huge because like all my buddies from high school years ago were like, bro, we're gonna move to Colorado and have a THC business. I actually haven't seen enough NFT projects try to get into the cannabis dispensary industry. So that's kind of cool and unique and interesting and different. And I actually talked with the team. The co-founder, Sid, has over 10 years experience doing like vapes and weed cartridges and branding. He's got connections with like 100 franchise stores. So this is a brand that could be very IRL, not just digital. And while this isn't like the most original art I've ever seen, this is certainly the type of art I can see people on Twitter rallying behind on mint day. Really solid PFP in my opinion. Okay, on the Solana gaming kick, because I really think that this is going to make millionaires and retire people this year. So this next one we're going to talk about is very much in that lane as well. It's Reels of Change. They're trying to create immersive and skill-based P2P games. I definitely like 3,333 supply for this project. 1.5 Solana mint price, like we just talked about. That's pretty good. We don't know the date just yet. That's TBA. So what exactly they're trying to do? They're basically trying to create Squid Game with gambling based on your skills. And it sounds great in theory. We'll see how it actually materializes. But again, Solana gaming is something you need to get in on early, and this is one of those projects. I'm also giving out whitelist spots for this in the Only Snipers Discord. Make sure to go grab your pass on OpenSea. Floor's low, I think. Yeah. Ducks Vegas right now, which has like this cool Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas type vibe to it. You know that Johnny Depp movie where it's him with the huge glasses and he has the bucket hat and he's smoking the stove? That's essentially what they're doing with Ducks Vegas. And you guys know how I feel about ducks. Sup to my ducks. I love the ducks. Still under the radar. Again, any Solana project at this point that has under 10K followers is like super new and underrated. So they're trying to build something open source, but Ducks holders will be getting free chips every single day in their metaverse. So it'll be free to play for people who don't hold a Ducks Vegas. Then there's also a play to earn element with the casino. You obviously see like the Las Vegas vibes to it. So they're gonna have a casino. You're gonna be able to degen gamble. Your wife's gonna hate you. Your friends will ignore you. And the only one that will talk to you is the bank because they need fucking money from you. I actually think this one's gonna be fun. They're trying to do daily challenges where people can earn rewards. So not only could this be a fun gaming project, but because of these daily rewards, there's a passive income stream possible with this. So look, I'm sold on all that shit. Just give me some cool art, and if it's Hunter S. Thompson dressed as a duck, I'm fucking in. Sure, you don't need to do much more than that. The art looks really good. This kind of looks like me at VCon this weekend. You got the little smoke going, you got the glasses, you got the hat, looking at some girl. Well, actually at VCon, we were mostly just looking at guys. But yeah, it was all guys. Okay, real quick, last one. Just have to talk about this on the YouTube channel. Just have to like document this so I can like screenshot it later on and be like, you guys saw me talk about this early before it was 100 Solana floor price. Well, this one's Duppies. It's the new project from Frank and the D-Gods team. Basically think of this as Bored Ape coming out with the Kennel Club or the Mutants, because the D-Gods, Dead Gods, that was just upgrading your PFP, where this is a completely separate collection that will be minted in Dust. And we saw a huge run on Dust when this was announced. A lot of people were trying to acquire this, just like people were trying to acquire Ape before the Ape land. People were trying to get the Dust so they could mint some Duppies. Not a whole lot known about this just yet. Next month, this is definitely one to watch out for, considering this team has already produced something that has a 200 Solana floor price. I can't imagine a world where this doesn't at least reach like 50 Solana. And this is pretty cool. You can earn Dust by creating welcome messages for new D-Gods holders. This is really unique and a great way to build traffic and engagement and activity for your project. So if you need some Dust so that you can mint one of these Duppies, go check this out and start rating. You can win 33 Dust per message. A little bit of alpha there for you guys. The real alpha though is to check out FTX US, which is still sponsoring this channel and this video. And if you're watching this, you like Solana because there's no gas fees. Well, there's also no gas fees for Ethereum NFTs on FTX US. It sounds crazy. I literally don't really even know how they're doing that, but they are. So you might as well go make bank off it while you still can. Go use my FTX US reference code below. You get 10% off on your trades. You know that song where it's like, as we go on? That's basically how I feel about Ethereum NFTs. We had a great run. I'm not officially ready to say goodbye to Ethereum NFTs, but Solana is going crazy, so make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe for more updates, get those primates, whitelist spots, and until next time, remember to say, gang, gang!